Hey, this is Life, Tech, and Sundry. Join Alan, Marcos, and Josue, the hosts of LTS. Follow us at LT Sundry on Twitter, LTS.pod on Instagram, Life, Tech, and Sundry on YouTube, and all your favorite podcast distribution services. Stay frosty.
They'll be on you though.
Marcos,
Yeah, 100%.
And with that, dear listeners, you just heard us. Welcome. My name is Marcos.
Rambling.
Yes, from the top rope, we have Jensy.
Hi everyone, I'm Jensy. I'm glad to be back.
From the middle rope, we have Alan.
Hello. Hi. What's up, everyone? Thank you, Marcos, Jensy, and Josue for having me back on the show. I can't wait for the conversation.
And coming in with the chair, Mr. J.
What about them hands?
I'm back. Yeah, these hands are ready to eat for everyone.
I thought you were gonna put a mask or something. Oh.
Imagine.
Just
No, I
like-
don't have a mask. I don't need that, Marcos.
I want to get my
Mask.
my like the mask
Rey
from
Mysterio mask?
yeah, the what, 619.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or maybe
Yeah, I don't have that either.
V for Vendetta mask.
Or the Mr. Mask from what's this guy's
Mr.
name?
Mask. Who's Mr. Mask?
Tuxedo mask from
Tuxedo
And
Mask.
also, we have Marcos here, who has not introduced himself. Please introduce yourself, Marcos.
And coming in as a possible referee undercover
Hold
heel, Marcos.
Hold up.
Okay.
We gotta set the thing straight over here. Hold up.
Holding. Holding.
All right, Marcos. All right, Marcos. We're gonna have to talk about these charges here.
Oh my.
Who's the security guard? I'm not
You're
the security
honorable.
guard.
Me? What do you mean?
Oh,
These hands.
you're the judge. You're the judge.
I'm the judge, jury, and executioner here.
No, Jensy's the jury. Alan is the
What? No,
security
she's
guard, if
not.
anything.
I'm just here for
Charges.
emotional support.
I'm a spectator.
Yeah, you just over here balancing
So-
them popcorn.
She's like, yeah,
Yeah, that is guilty.
guilty, I say. All right, great, Marcos, great. All right, so
Wait,
up there it
can
goes.
I defend myself?
No. Put them up. That only works for
But-
recruiter. It doesn't work in jury. I mean, in the course, in cases.
You'll need to defend yourself in prison.
Whoa. All right, so
But yeah,
So, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone listening to us, thank you for tuning in this evening for another installment of LTS podcast. So we have our, once again, we're so happy to have
You already
Jensy
know.
back. Yes, Jensy back onto the show. And today we're going to hopefully get to our show notes. But if we don't, we do have quite a few questions for Jensy and obviously the boys. So, Jensy, we'll start off with you. Well, we'll go around the round table, but I want to know.
I got a question.
raise your hands, Jensen. Defense.
I know. I have to. I'm in the hot seat right now.
Just really quick, we were
Weave
just
them
going to
up,
ask
weave
you.
them up.
Just really
How-
quick. What questions are we not allowed to ask?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, you can ask.
All right.
I think
You could just say pass.
I think we all know what kind of questions not to ask, guys.
All right. I'll ask the
First,
first
let's
bad
not
one. How
dox
much money you have
ourselves.
in your bank account?
It depends which one, you know?
It's like,
Oh, there's
are we
multiple.
talking
Hold
about-
up.
What are we talking about, like savings? Or are we talking about like?
how about your
Yes.
how about your brokerage account?
Ooh. 0.
pass. No?
What about that 401k?
You know, we're working on the 401k right now. Okay.
What about your Roth IRA?
We're working, okay, guys?
What about that checkings account?
Yo, men at work.
Jensy at work.
Let's see. Let me open it. That's a good
Hold
question.
up. I'm gonna
Let
be
me
like
consider
South
this.
Park real quick.
Let me guess. So regular bank is either Chase or Bank of America.
Yes.
And then-
Right. I like recently. I've been like trying to close my Bank of America because
Yes,
for some
good.
reason
Good.
Okay, like, so that was the first bank that I ever had. Like, whenever like I opened an account with my mom.
Right, horrible choice, but yes, we understand.
Yeah, and so ever since then,
Was it the brand?
ever since then, I don't know. It's just like my mom was like, I'm gonna open a bank account for you, and I was like, okay. I mean, I was like 16.
Right.
Yeah, so ever since then. And then the worst part is that, like, for some reason, I had like 4 different bank accounts at Bank of America. Like, why? I don't even know. And then, like,
money bags,
like,
Miss
so
Jensy over
predatory.
here.
No, not even. Some of them, like, I had to close because I'm like, I don't even have anything. They have like $11. You know what I mean? You know.
So you took someone's $11?
One was $11. The other one was $10K, and the other one was $8.
No, like, and so I recently kind of like started to close those down, and I'm starting to like look into other bank accounts. I did like recently open an account with American Express, like a high yield savings account, but you know, trying to learn so if anybody has any recommendations, because I was thinking of going to Chase, but Alan just said either Bank of America or Chase. So
I got you. Jensy, please allow me to help once we get the show on the road.
Right.
but I will tell you this. So now that I kind of guessed your checking situation,
scary, Alan.
I want to
That's
say.
scary.
Yeah.
He's like, I can guess the number right now.
It's like, are your 4 last digits? No, I'm like, no, but for me personally, I have a Chase account, a checkings account, but I do want to stress the I guess how helpful it is when you have maybe more than one checkings account and maybe more than one savings account. I want to guess that you might have like a investment account or brokerage account with maybe like a Robinhood or like a Acorns or something like that, right?
Yeah, I had one with Robinhood, and like, ironically, you know, like how in cybersecurity they say like your password should be strong. No, you know how they tell you like your password should be strong. I forgot my password and I cannot like reset it. I've been trying so hard.
It's that strong.
No, I
That's
don't
that
know, like,
strong.
I think I might have lost access to the email, or I don't even remember which email I had it with. It's bad.
Man.
It's a whole mess, but that's a whole other story.
No, I would recommend a cold wallet at some point so you can put your information there.
Yes.
So, all right,
Or a booklet or something, a notepad.
I do want to go through like some of this banking stuff, but we'll do that in a little bit. I first want to like go like again ask how your week has been going, how you've been doing since we last recorded, and then obviously I want to get to Josue and also Marcos to see how they've been doing, because it's been about 2 weeks or so that I haven't spoken to them. So I do want to say what's up to everyone. So Jensy, please, how's your week? How's life been treating you since we last recorded?
Life's been good. I think last time we recorded, it was I think it was around last year, right? When I think I was in DC.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. The
Every
cherry
time we
blossom.
record with you, Jensy, it's like
You're somewhere else.
You're somewhere else, but like Samsung usually drops their like the latest and greatest right before or around the time that we record with you. So this is good. This is good signs.
Samsung main.
Yeah, I recently actually also upgraded a phone. But anyways, it's been great. So I haven't been in this show for over a year, I think. So far, I graduated from undergrad, got my bachelor's of engineering. Now I'm pursuing my master's.
Yes. A round of applause.
Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, so far just kind of been doing my master's, focusing on that.
Master Jensy.
Imagine, yeah. You know how people when they get their doctor, like their PhD, they like you have to use the doctor.
Sounds like you're a Jedi now.
Marcos made the same joke when I got my master's.
Oh.
He's like, someone call you master now. I'm like, calm
Master
down.
Doctor.
I'm not.
Master?
Yeah, I'm like, calm down there, buddy.
Master Shifu over here.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been great so far.
That's awesome. I'm super happy and excited for you.
What are you becoming a master of?
Yes, good question.
Of these hands.
Again.
Yeah.
Very good.
So far, I think I'm gonna focus on AI and automating. I do want to have a small initially I wanted to go into the leadership route, which is what we were talking about earlier. But I think like when you go in cybersecurity, when you go into the leadership route, at least like in my program, they have two routes, either technical or leadership. And I talked to the head of the department, and because she was my professor this semester, and she's like, oh, like, it's gonna be hard to find a job essentially. And it's like, okay, like if I'm getting which is true, because I mean, like, not a lot of companies are gonna trust you, like a student right out of college, for a leadership position.
Young blood.
Which is understandable. So I do think I'm sort of like creating my own kind of like concentration in a sort of like
consultation.
Yeah, so I do want to like do a kind of like AI and a lot of like automating. So like next semester, that's when I kind of focus a lot on those classes. So we'll see how it goes. So far, I think it's been really fun.
You're
like
saying
this semester, I took
cybersecurity and AI.
Yeah. So it's kind of like automation in cybersecurity. So we'll see how that goes. But I do, like I was talking earlier, I do also kind of like when I go into consulting. So I'm so all over the place. But so I'm also focusing on sort of like a lot of the classes that are part of the leadership concentration, which means that like I will be kind of like learning sort of about like just like rules and frameworks about cybersecurity, policies. So just to kind of like learn a little bit of everything. But yeah, I guess the main concentration would be kind of like automation in cybersecurity. So yeah.
That's awesome.
So when you mean
she's a
automation
pathfinder
in AI,
Yeah.
do you mean like I want to slap Marcos multiple times, but I don't want to be the one to slap him? So here's an AI that'll do it for me. And anytime, any place, just roll up to him, Marcos. There you go.
Yeah.
Can it be
mean,
a
like,
text
you have
message? Can you send me a text message?
No, it's all surprise.
So similar to that, I mean, you have a lot of companies, like earlier we were talking about CrowdStrike, which is one of the companies that uses kind of like machine learning and AI to kind of find cybersecurity solutions. So it's more so like that.
Right. So would that be different from like say OpenAI, where they're doing heavy into like chat GPT and stuff like that?
I guess so, because I mean, with a lot of AIs, it just depends how you train them, right?
Right.
With what kind of data you train them. I think like OpenAI, it's very broad
The whole
and open.
internet.
So it's yeah. So you're training it with the whole internet, versus when you're focused on something more so like towards cybersecurity, it'll be trained with data more related to attacks, solutions for attacks, and things like that.
So, Jensy, I think my question, like for you right now that you mentioned that, being that cybersecurity and a lot of the, the everything that pertains to that type of that type of job description is very cutthroat, right?
Yeah.
So it's like everyone wants to get that one position that only one person can fill. And since we were speaking earlier about how a lot of the big tech companies have been laying off everyone because they're just oversaturated with people, and obviously we were talking about how it might have something to do with people on TikTok or on Facebook doing the day in the life of computer engineer or something of that nature, and showing how they're sipping cappuccinos in the clouds and unfortunately not getting anything done apparently, or getting like 5 minutes of work done. Right. So like how are you, or I think that would probably be the better question, right? How are you differentiating yourself from competition? Is it because you're well versed in different areas where you're more flexible in that sense, or is it more that you're willing to work the long hours and I guess stay more I guess it would probably be stay more consistent, like say it's usually 8-hour shift, but you're going to do a 14-hour shift or something like that. So like, well, what would be that, the edge that you bring to the team or to your future, the future business you wish to work in, right?
Yeah. I think I guess a little bit of both of the answers that you gave. I think like at least I try to kind of like dip myself into different things to kind of learn a little bit of different things, just because I think it is good to be well versed on different topics. You never know what kind of like job you might need to do, but also I really am willing to work the hours. I think like for most of my undergrad and even grad school.
That's how you start.
Well, I guess not as much during grad school, but when I was in undergrad, I was full-time undergrad, and a lot of times I had like 2 jobs. So like I'm not scared of working long hours kind of thing. It's something that so yeah, definitely, especially I think at the beginning.
It's like, do you think you're expected to work those hours regardless of what anyone says? Like, yeah, I know I'm going to have to do the 16-hour plus shifts that probably no one else is going to want.
Not necessarily expected to, but I think I'm willing to if I have to. Like, so I'm definitely willing to work the hours if I have to, especially because, I feel like after so much work, so much school that I had to do, and it's like at that point it's like at least you're getting paid. You know what I mean? It's
of course,
because a lot of the times when you're in school, like you still have to put in the hours, you still have to put in the time, and you're broke in college, so it's like while you're working, it's hard. I think like maybe at the beginning might be like, and I already have, it's not that I have that expectation, but I already kind of at least aware that at the beginning at least it might be hard to kind of find that work-life balance, and that is okay. I think like whenever I have a goal in mind that I'm like, okay, I need to do this, I do it, and whatever it takes. And I think it's similar to that when I get like my first job. Like I'll be, if I have a goal that like either I want to go up the ladder or whatever, I'll put in the time, and like I'm not sure put it in the time.
Right now I think my follow-up question for that would be, so from your point of view, going to your future employer, would you settle, or would you be content with the contract that it will be placed in front of you where you have to sign a dotted line? Or would you want to negotiate your contract and say, well, I'd rather have, work for bonuses or, stock that for the company, instead of, taking all the money that potentially going to make, right? So would you go that route where you want to negotiate, or would you just settle and be content with whatever they're placing in front of you at the beginning? Or how do you look at that?
I like to say that I would like to negotiate, but I think it's scary, especially as a recent graduate. Yeah, I think especially as a recent graduate, but I definitely would like to negotiate if I'm not content.
Right.
So, yeah.
So at your university, do they have classes for that, or is that something that you would have to like kind of pick up on your own, and like probably go somewhere else to get that type of know-how to try to negotiate with your future employer?
Unfortunately, no. I think like most schools don't have any classes like that, but I was fortunate enough to be part of like different programs in school. And even now, for example, when I was in undergrad, I was part of the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers, where they like, a lot of their workshops were surrounded professional development, which was how do you negotiate. And I'm in contact with a lot of them. I have mentors. I'm like lucky enough to have mentors who, whenever I need something, they'll support me. And I think like that's when they would come. Also, I would take advantage of that mentorship and be like, hey, I would like a little bit like of support on how to approach this. But yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Jensy, you're off the hot seat right now for a sec. Take a breather for right now.
Take a Valentina shot now.
Yes, sir. Well, so let's move on to Mr. Marcos real quick and ask how my number one guy over here is doing. How you been feeling? How's the week? How's from the time we last spoke? How you been, bro?
All good, we never got to talk with Jensy about the earthquake, but it was fun. It was a good story. We didn't get to talk about the eclipse. All those things.
They said it was fun.
It wasn't bad.
It was fun.
My man said
I was like, oh shoot.
I was surfing on
It was a little, yeah, like, but yeah, I was, I'm doing some certifications for my stuff that I'm doing at the coffee shop. It's pretty fun.
Nice.
It's about using AI and all those things. I'm like, there are no rules right now for what I'm doing, so it's making it easier. I'm over here ringing up customers, doing stuff, and also answering questions. Like, wait a minute, let me check my work with the chatbot. I'm like, let me just double check.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, the way that we have it is like what's something like Google's board or whatever, like Blackboard. I forgot the name of the app. Like it's an app that you give in the like the notes, and you can read through it, or you can select the whole thing, put it on the chatbot, and say, give me the 5 key bullet points. I understand. Like it gives you nuance. Then like now give me some references online about this with the chatbot. I just have to know how to word it. What's the one word? Prompt it. I need to understand how to better prompt it. I have the raw data, like Jensy said. I just need to better organize it and ask better what I want from this set of data. And I'm getting better and better in how to just pull how to organize the information and better digest it while I'm doing other things. That's what I've been using AI for.
So real quick, Marcos, is what you're using what Wendy's is using from Google, the Fresh AI, that new
Gemini.
AI that they're implementing? Gemini. Okay, because recently, Wendy's has been implementing from Google something called Fresh AI.
The food company?
Yeah, Wendy's, the fast food place.
The fast
they
food?
Have like
yeah?
they have like one of these like Siri type of big ass screens where like you can actually talk to the actual computer generated voice, and you order your food, and it tells you all the information that you need to know. You kind of have that conversation with it, and that's what I literally thought you were doing at the coffee shop. I was about to go over to your coffee shop.
I'm ringing up customers. Everything I'm doing it on my phone. I'm ringing up customers, and then I'll go, here's the entire notes of the things. You know what? Let me select all, go to Google Keep Notes, and then give me the 5 key takeaways of this. And then I put everything in parentheses.
Okay.
And it's so big that I have to do it sometimes from Google Docs. And like, okay, well, I'm ringing up customers. I'm copy pasting. Okay, so this is this. Okay, time to do a quiz. And I'm doing the quiz. I get an 80, 90, just because the data set is right there, and the quiz is straight off the data set. I'm like,
okay.
I mean, and I'm like, I could. It's so easy to make. There's nothing that I need to think about. It's just that I have to be consistent with it. And the only thing that I'm learning more or less is how to better. What's the word? How to better feed. Prompt it, I guess. That's the only one that comes to mind. Prompt the information that I'm given. Like,
sounds like you're lagging a little bit.
Shorten this.
Don't worry, guys. Just thinking.
I see.
I'm thinking. But yeah, that's like the main thing. I've been since the beginning of this year, 2024, 2023. I've been like, how can this is gonna be a business? How can you shorten? I think I already told this to you guys. Maybe to
it kind of sounded like Marcos fast forward there a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh no. But can you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I still hear you, bro. Don't worry. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Jensy, you okay?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm just saying. I don't know. It is what it is. That's mainly been my stuff in my life. Doing courses and getting certifications and working at the same time.
Okay. Very cool. Juggling, wearing many hats. That's what's up.
Yeah. Getting certified and working.
All right. So that's what's up, Marco. So how about you were telling me about I think your house was getting redone. I think the flooring or something.
Oh yeah, we just finished polishing the floors.
Nice.
We switched out the floors and we put new flooring, and we finished sanding it and putting a polyurethane. It's a fun little project. A lot of dust. Wear face mask and eye protection.
I can imagine, bro.
It's fun doing those little projects. It doesn't get tiresome. You can rent. I'm not gonna promote the place, but renting out those sanders, the place that you can sand is for floor sanding. It's
right.
It's very accessible. You can do, if you know what you're doing, you can rent it for a day, do the rooms you want to do, and return it like by the next day.
Okay.
I recommend it. That's like personal, like home stuff.
Oh yeah, of course, bro. But that's good that you actually got to do it.
Every single floor, though, I had to make sure everything with my family. So we had to make sure everything was set up. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, this thing is gonna take 24 hours. We know what saying, right? Yes. Ready, break, and let's go. I really like it.
That's cool, bro. I'm happy that you got stuff done, bro. That's what's important.
Yes. And
Mr. J,
to commemorate, we had.
Oh, my fault.
We had.
Oh, nice, bro. I'm glad I got the invite, though.
Dang it! No.
No, but that's cool. Let's move on to Mr. J real quick. Mr. J, how has your week been going? How has life been treating you since we last spoke on the recording on the podcast?
It's been good. A bunch of ones and zeros.
Short, sweet, and concise. I like it.
Exactly.
Have you been streaming?
No new restaurants, no movies.
Oh yeah, I've been telling Marcos that I got a new streaming setup, so now I can stream on Twitch. Just my stuff that I do when I play on my PlayStation.
So, are you getting paid yet, or
Nope.
no? Why not, bro? Start putting your coffee or something. Or
My coffee.
yeah, or your what
I
was your
think
Patreon
they're
or
gonna
something.
censor him with all everything
My
they're saying
Patreon.
in game, man. Like,
Yeah,
everyone
man,
he's playing
I don't
on
wanna-
COD.
Yeah, they say. Call of Duty is not stream friendly. They do not care.
Oh yeah.
They be saying everything and anything that you shouldn't say on Twitch.
Oh, that's not good.
Like, oh no, you can say it, but you're not gonna get monetized. You're not gonna get
I thi-
monetized with
yeah.
those.
I think because I also play Dead by Daylight. That one's a little bit easier, but that's because like it's not like a party of like 12 people where half of them don't know how to stop saying the N word.
Oh,
This
that's
one is
crazy.
just 4. It's 4, and people are just screaming their ears off because of the killer.
Oh,
they're
wow.
not
It's
cursing
funny
at
though.
least.
It's funny. I still like it.
Like you go from the N word to like that one's a little bit more monetizable because that's just that's just sound. Unless they
they could
like
just-
transcribe it and then edit it to be like, no, they said the N word like 15 times here.
You subtitle it.
Yeah, I subtitled, transcribe it, and it's just the N word a bunch of times. It was just hidden within the signal.
No, what I would like is that whenever they're gonna say a slur, you can press the beep button, the censor button.
But that'll be a lot of beeps. I mean, I think what I've learned in Twitch is that I think most curse words are fine except for like obviously derogatory terms, like anything like aimed at a specific group of people, like that's not okay. But if it's just like the typical F word, B word, like that's fine.
No, that's okay.
That
It's
just
okay.
means,
That-
and
yeah.
plus
Yeah.
the games I play are made for a mature audience. Even though there's like little kids screaming the N word in Call of Duty. Oh my, it's crazy how many times I've like gone into groups of these little kids, just like,
But
I don't care if my mom hears me, I'll say it. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you in middle school. He's like, I don't care. It's like a little squeaker, and it's like, I don't care. I can do whatever I want. You look, watch, and it's just be. And I'm like, Jesus, man. I'm like, if that was me, I would have just got slapped right there, like mid game, boom.
We just hear the.
Yeah, you hear the headphones come out of my ear.
Oh no, that sounds
We just-
crazy, bro.
Yeah. And you just hear me get cursed out in Spanish. You can't say that.
Oh no.
And then we hear. And then we
But
hear
yeah,
more.
I'm like. No, there was
Not the
one time where
champion.
like a little kid actually brought it, like her mom came in, and she was like, "Hi, sweetie, I just want to check up on you and make sure you're having fun." And I was like, "What the hell?"
Isn't that sweet?
Mom,
As he just like finished saying,
slap
like,
the snot
using-
out of your
this-
boy.
This guy said the alphabet, but in curse words, and he just comes in. Hi, sweetie. I just want to make sure you check in. What?
No
That would have been
way.
the first word I said. Just oh,
Not the chancla.
And funny enough, I was like, so what ethnicity are you? He's like, oh, I'm American. I'm white. I was like, makes sense.
Makes sense. Right. But like no restaurants though, Mr. J. No new movies at the 5D, 6D theaters.
I haven't gone. I haven't gone. I was gonna go for Godzilla and Kong.
Oh, I'm going to watch that movie tomorrow.
But they didn't have it in 4DX. And I was like, but why? He's like, bro, did you not see Kong knock out someone with one punch? Imagine that in the 4DX theater, just whoa.
That's
so you want to feel that? Go ahead.
How are they gonna knock you out in?
They didn't put in the 4DX checkbox in, so unfortunately, like, at least in my area, I couldn't watch in 4DX. I'm like, imagine the amount of times, like, because it was just fist at some point. They were just fighting each. Imagine feeling that in 4DX. It's like, oh shoot. I mean, I still remember for Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
When they whipped out the, what's it called? The one where it's just like they're the size of a universe. The, what's it called? Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann?
The title
or Super Tengen Toppa. Sorry, Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
The big man.
When they whipped that out, the whole theater was, and then the thing was shaking. I was like, oh yeah.
That sounds awesome, dude.
And then with every punch, it just pushes you in that direction. Like if they punch, if one person on the right punches, you just go whoa.
I'd still find a way to fall asleep.
Nah, you can't fall
Would
asleep.
you?
There are some points where like I feel like I could have been thrown off the chair.
Oh,
they don't put seatbelts.
Yeah, Marco's knocked out. He's just on the floor, just huh? He's gone. Marcos is just on the floor in the 4DX movie. He's like, oh my gosh, that was a good movie. That was a good massage or something. Because they do hit you in the back too, but it's not hard. So Marcos
it's the el mesero, the whatchamacallit, the waiter comes back and just slaps the back of your chair.
Someone runs in and just puts him back. All right, we good.
He got knocked out. They were taking people on stretchers. No.
But yeah, highly recommend watching movies in 4DX, especially like action movies. It's a ride.
I want to watch Titanic in 4DX.
Why? You want to get soaked in water?
Ice water, yes.
Like they literally like they'll recreate rain scenes and like spurts of water on you.
Oh.
And it's just all gonna be wet.
Apocalypto. I want to try the Apocalypto one then.
Oh no! Now you really want to feel it. They've been stabbed. They'll recreate the stab in the back. We're like, oh,
sounds like death. If it's an apocalypto movie, that sounds like death.
Gonna come out bruised from that movie.
I used to be white. Now imagine I say, I come up todo moreteado.
But yeah, nothing. Haven't. Let me think. What other?
So like the bakery that you've been telling me about, the
Asa Bakery, what was it called?
Right, or the what was it, the Katsu restaurant that you've gone to?
Oh, but we talked about that one.
Like you haven't gone again, gotten something different?
I haven't gone again.
No.
I have gone. So I have gone again for the Asa one, but I got like another croissant because they have different flavors croissant.
Okay.
I think the first time I went, I got like a matcha green tea croissant.
Okay.
And then the next time I got a chocolate walnut croissant.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
With the tiramisu latte that was cold.
I'm sorry, Mr. Fancy J here.
No, what surprises me is that you actually went out of your way to try a latte. That's great, bro.
Yeah.
That's something different. Yeah.
I'm like, they don't really offer bubble tea, which I was like, and
right.
So I was like, let me, because it was a special like limited time thing. So I was like, let me try it. Let me get a latte.
Right.
It was definitely heavy on the coffee, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it makes sense because tiramisu.
Yeah.
So
true.
But the what's it called? The croissant, the chocolate walnut croissant, really good. It was crispy. It was chocolatey. It was nutty.
Pause.
It was delicious. It just like broke apart in your mouth. I was like, pause. He thought about it. Look at him. He was thinking about it. He was like, What else? There's another. What else? I'm like trying to think here.
Did you do your 5K walks?
Ooh.
My 5K walks. What is that?
Your 2.5 mile walks.
My 2.5 mile walks. I mean, yeah. Have you?
No.
Marcos went one time. He went walking and he's like, he saw someone and he put his hands up. He's like, bring him up, boy. It's time for your daily beatings.
Wait, what?
Oh, no. I didn't tell Jensy. Like one time at work, right? The day that I take that I request a day off
She's
for a
like,
doctor's
it's true?
appointment. No. Hold up. Listen.
Okay.
I had the day off, right? On a Tuesday. I went doctor's appointment.
Marcos like, it's Tuesday, innit?
And I came back and like, hey Marcos, you know you're wanted by the FBI? What? Same first and last name. I'm like, God dang it.
Not
again. What? He's like, what? Yeah. The first time was when it was 8. And like my name was on the list. And then the second time, I'm like, God dang it. And my boss like, put your head down, son. Put your head down. Mijo.
Well, that's kind of crazy. Like just randomly, like, okay, you're.
And he's at the courthouse out of all people.
Yeah, and I was at the courthouse like, they'll never find you.
They'll never think to look in the courthouse.
Right.
Marco's like, He's like, I'm good.
He's like, how do you know?
But yeah, 2 times my boss said, you should consider changing your name. I'm like, but I like my name.
Yeah. It's
I like it. I like your name. Like, I like your name.
Yeah.
I think the FBI likes your name too.
Yeah.
It's like I've known you. Like I've known you by Marcos for the longest time. Yeah, your whole life, buddy.
Since you were born.
So he's gonna change his name to Frosty.
Yes, Frosty.
That's
the what?
So he can finally
like first and last name that they're just like. What are the other
twice? I wish I was that lucky with the lottery.
Yes, yes.
Like the wrong kind of selection, and on the top 10 twice.
Marco's like, oh no, not again.
Not the list you want to be on. Not the top 10 you want to be on.
True. It was in the top 10.
And both times, when I was 8 and when I was X amount of years now, 2024.
Oh damn.
He doesn't want to reveal his age.
Don't worry about it.
Because he's like, I don't want to dock myself again.
I don't want to dox myself again.
Just
What,
like how
third time?
the FBI finds out. Is this why you say you have an agent? Always looking, always listening?
Oh yeah, tell him the story.
Marcos, every now and then when he's losing an argument, he's like, all right. He goes and calls onto his FBI agent that's listening to our calls. He's like, what's his name? Or is it she?
TSU.
TSU? Sue?
Yes.
Oh.
He's like, Sue, replay that, clip that, and replay it.
As if I'm streaming or something. Clip that, Sue. Clip that.
Clip that.
Oh my god.
I'm like, what?
Mind you, it's a phone call, and Marco's like, she's recording this as we speak.
I mean, you never know.
And Jensy over here laughing, but like, you never know.
You really never know.
I don't think so. I think there's way too many people that has a cell phone in the world. I think they only focus on certain.
You don't think the FBI can give jobs?
Not like that. They have other things to focus about. Now, but then again, Marcos was on the top 10 most wanted.
Remember to clip that, Sue, please.
You see?
Clip that, Sue. And we just hear, no, don't worry about
10
it.
most wanted.
Where did the name come out from? Like, you just casually, that's her name? You're like, yeah, I decided that's the name.
Their name,
his name.
please.
Okay.
They're an agent.
They're Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, they protect America.
They protect America. Exactly. But
and what about you, Alan? Enough about us. What about you?
Oh, yeah.
Me's little old me's.
He's like, he's seen the world and back.
Yeah, so basically I've been preoccupied with work and then work and more work, but everything's been going well. Thank God. I might well I have to go to Mexico at some point. Maybe I want to say August for a get together with my family, but again, that's still a big if. I'm not sure if I'll have enough time to go because of work, but I'll definitely try to make it for December. Another thing is that I think I spoke with both of you about this, where I'm planning from from this moment. Well, since we spoke about it last time, we were planning to figure out what we can do to get ourselves for springtime 2025, or around cherry blossom season, as close as we can. Maybe like a week before Golden Week in Japan. So get ourselves over to Japan and maybe stay there for like maybe 2 weeks or so.
You mean Golden Experience?
Yes, well, hopefully we get to meet up with Kenichi, go meet up with my other friend Kay, and definitely go. Yes, mainly do that. Walk around and eat until we get chubby, and then lose weight because we have to walk everywhere because we have no way of getting around besides public transportation. So that would be like that's the goal for right now.
Right now, are you keeping track of the Japanese dollar to the US
Yeah,
dollar?
it's super at the all-time low right now. No.
Yeah,
From what I've seen, I think about 1,000 yen is about $7.
Alan sent me the screenshot.
Yeah,
160 to a dollar.
So
Yeah.
that was a
I'm like, it
high.
used to be
Right
130.
now,
Isn't it
Yeah.
180 now?
no, right now I believe the
As of this
transact
recording.
155, 156, if I'm not mistaken, with some change. And the crazy thing is that again, it goes up and down during the weekend. Obviously, it stays put, whatever it ended up being. Like Friday afternoon or Friday evening, that's where it stays until Monday morning. So to be more exact, let me actually get you the actual number. And right now, for every dollar that you want to spend, you're getting 155.775 JPY or yen to a dollar. So
100 what? 57?
155.775 yen to a dollar. And
Yeah.
that again, it went up to 156 in Japan. I think it got to 160 to a dollar. Now imagine if you go to a place where they're serving lunch for 500 yen, right? So roughly 500 yen is
$3.50.
it's about $3.21 right now. Yeah, so it would have been roughly $4, but now it's down to $3.21 about. And
So you're saying I can $10 I can
so
eat
if
like a
you
king over
were
there?
to roughly speaking, you would probably have to buy 2 of those because Japanese portion size is a little smaller than
An American, yes.
Marco looks at it. He's like, "What is this?"
It's like this
This is the
appetizer was
appetizer.
delicious, but can I get the main course? No,
Now
but
where's the
I would
meal?
say the
Yeah.
same thing myself, and
So that
like,
was
but I truly embrace my fat, person inside that lives inside me. But I
Mine lives
think,
outside.
I think that for I concur with you. I do the same thing. I was gonna actually say I did send a video. I sent it through what was it, the group chat, right? So I shared
Yes,
a video where John Dobb, this guy that lives in Japan, has his Japanese wife, his baby, and he does his YouTube videos over there. He was explaining how it seems that there's certain people in the political sphere that are thinking of actually having a two-tier type of payment system, where if you are a Japanese citizen, you'll have the local price, and if you're a foreigner or someone that's vacationing over in Japan, that you're going to have to pay the tourist fee, or a tax. So he was kind of like taken aback, explaining how that wouldn't sit well with him, nor does it sit well with a lot of the other people that are in political power or political seats of power, where they kind of look at it as a detriment to them, because it's like, well, they came all the way over here just so they can spend their money. Why are we going to tax them on top of a tax that they're already paying? This is the reason why they have duty-free places to pay for things without paying the tax, right? Or they get reimbursed in some way, shape, or form. So it would kind of be redundant, because I think it was from I forgot the prefecture, but the I want to say the mayor or the governor was saying, if we do tax them, where is that money going to or towards? And like a lot of political bodies, sometimes it's not spent well, or it's not put in a place where it's going to be used in a beneficial way for anyone. And John was explaining how it kind of seems like, well, Japan is very much a first world country. Only third world countries do something of the sort, where they tax people that are foreigners extra, because that kind of seems like it's needed for the economy to kind of, to make sense, right? Where you don't go to the US and like another or any other first world country and you get charged extra for visiting. So that's one of those things that he was kind of explaining in the video. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts about this is, but I thought that was crazy interesting, because it's
this
like, I do want to go,
doesn't it?
Well, kind of, because I do want to go, and hopefully, time will tell, right? Where maybe the economy will kind of settle a little bit. But meanwhile, while it doesn't do that, I will definitely start transferring or exchanging my dollars for yen and keeping it in a bank account where I can keep my yen in that bank account. And once I get to Japan, I'm able to spend it, and I know that I got the best rate. And I think I shared the what's it called, the app that I use, or the bank account that I use that does this, right? So it's called Weiss, and I think I have that as part of my referral link document that I have on the Google Drive, right, for us. So that's something that actually I was going to share with Jensy, because I have all my referral links of all the accounts that I have.
She has access to the Google Docs. If anything, just add it to the Google Docs if you want. She'll see it.
Yeah. I'll definitely do that. And there I have all the links to all the accounts that I have that pertain to either investing for brokerages, bank accounts, or checkings or high yield savings account, or a mix of one or two or three of them. And these are the ones I use. I think they work really well. I think their APYs are legit right now. They're around 0.5%. So it's actually, I'm sorry, 5.00%. So it's a 5% APY. Yeah, it's not amazingly excellent, like crazy good, but it's the best we've gotten so far. And I think it's kind of it's a compelling offer. If you do choose to put your money into a savings account, it should be one that gives you the best APY rate, at least the one that they're offering at the moment. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. Busy as a bee, working, figuring out
having your dreams,
how to make a dollar, stretch the dollar. Yes, I mean, like Marco said earlier, I'm not gonna win the lotto anytime soon, but I can sure try to make my dollar stretch as much as possible.
You don't want my luck, man. You don't want to be on that list.
No, I think I do. I
On the FBI's?
Oh no! That I do not want.
You know,
No, that I do not want.
Lopez crew. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, but how do you even check that, Marcos?
Oh, they said it
I
in the
think
news.
they told him.
Yeah, they said it in the news.
His mug was on the 8 o'clock news.
And first, yeah, it literally came out.
Have they
in the news,
taken it out, or is it still there?
I think they shot the person up and they already arrested the person.
They shot the person up. I'm glad they shot the other Marcos Lopez, not you, buddy.
Yeah, because wanna know why he got onto this other person got onto the list? Because in Tomatoes, they knocked over a smoke shop.
Oh no!
5-man crew knocked over a smoke shop. The person defended himself. 3 of those died. 2 ran away. They caught the other 2. One of them being Marcos, but as cold. You know, they brought him in cold.
Oh man, that's not good.
You know it.
So what was I gonna do?
The list. What do you think about the list? Let's go with the list.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you, like
The FBI list.
No, the notes.
the notes. Yeah, I was actually gonna read it, right? So the title of the actual notes, it says caution, thinking or not thinking. That is the question. So very Shakespearean of you, Mr. Marcos. The first bullet point, or the first question here, is seeing is believing, smart contact lens for early glaucoma detection. And it has how many points? 5 bullet points. So the first one being researchers develop smart contact lenses to monitor eye pressure for glaucoma detection. And the second bullet point says lenses use tiny circuits to vibrate in response to pressure changes. Third bullet point says more comfortable and accurate than current methods. Fourth bullet point, lenses were successful in measuring pressure in pig eyes across various temperatures. And the fifth and last bullet point here paves the way for early glaucoma detection and improved treatment. So
I have that one. I'll put the source. Yeah, that one.
Marcos, quick question for Marcos.
Yeah,
but Marcos, does it help with ligma?
Oh my, no.
Marcos like,
my.
oh no.
Oh no, I'm done. Just eject.
What about
no?
both,
But yeah, or D's.
How does it? Or D's? Yeah, how does it affect these these illnesses, Marcos? Explain.
No. Oh, because like
you don't even have the source in there.
Impairment. Yeah, no, I didn't put the source. I forgot to add the source. But yeah,
Marcos, the sauce. The sauce. You keep on telling me about the sauce.
I'll add it later.
Why is it not ketchup, Marcos?
Mustard,
yeah. I need that
tomato
sauce, Marcos.
That would personally, since I'm visually impaired, one of my issues that I have with the eye pressure is super important to always be controlled. So having this as a critical resource for the visually impaired, or anyone by that matter that suffers for this pressure, because glaucoma, once you start suffering of it, you can't. It's easy to
you can't reverse it.
Correct. Any damage that it does, for example, our corneas and all the retinas in the back are very pressure sensitive.
Right.
So once you start causing pressure, it starts deteriorating it, and once you lose that, it doesn't regenerate at all. So you're better off preventing it from an early start. And once we can prevent it, a lot of people can still have their eyes, you know. And I found that personal in that sense. Like I took that one personal, if you will.
I understand, buddy. I understand. Me being a person that also doesn't have 20/20 vision, like, I mean, I definitely don't have glaucoma, but it kind of does put stuff in perspective where it's like, that'd be nice if you can get something that would help you, especially detecting that type of thing, so further damage doesn't occur, and you can regulate something or switch something up to make it better. Not perfect, but better at least. So yeah,
Something
that's
less to
awesome.
worry about.
Right. Do you think this would probably progress into having like smart contact lenses where you can use it like to zoom in, zoom out? Maybe not.
Little
you
personal
know,
scoop.
Yeah.
My specialist with the retina and all those things of my eyes.
Yeah.
He went to San Francisco to do a specialist conference. This guy's been a veteran for like 40 plus years.
Okay.
I'm not gonna dox him, but
Okay.
I'm gonna in June I'm gonna go visit him again. Like go every 6 months right now, every 6 or every 3 months depends. And I'll give you the scoop, the personal scoop that for the eye situation.
Bing Chi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's exciting. Visual stuff. It's exciting for me.
I like the scoop. Yes, sir. The very good, sir. Does anyone have anything to add to this particular point for the smart contact lenses, or would
waiting
you
for that
guys?
ligma
I see.
diagnosis.
Okay, the diagnosis. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. So let's move on to the second one.
But wait, is Marcos? Do they say what's it made out of? The lenses?
Piece of Thor's hammer.
No, they don't.
I'm
say-
guessing.
right now. I'm looking for it. I'll put it later over here in the chat.
Because is this like something that can naturally do this, or is it like
They tested it on pigs.
Right.
But like, is this like organic material that they put on and can get it, or is it like something synthetic where like it can send?
My bet synthetic, but I'll put it in.
I'm reading an article by the
Puro
I
Matata?
don't know. No, by the American Chemical Society about it, and it just says it's 2 miniature spiral circuits.
Oh,
I'm not sure if that's the same one. I think it might be. It says it was published May 9th of this year, so like 2 days ago.
but yeah. If anything, we can get back to it, Marcos.
Yeah, you continue.
Okay, so the second part to this would
I see.
be
Phonotic?
Whoa, yeah, you're right. Phononic materials. The sound of the future for wireless technology. So phononics, a new frontier in wireless technology using vibrations, phonos instead of light photons. Scientists create powerful phononic interactions by combining specific materials. The breakthrough could lead to smaller and more powerful wireless devices. Potential for reduced device size and improved battery life. Revolutionizes wireless technology with a new approach. I'm drawing a blank on this one, guys. Like, is this for like headphone technology,
it
or
would be for like cell phones and communications, because that's what wireless technology kind of focuses on.
right? But like, would it
So,
be
like, that would include-
implemented?
So that would include like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and then like anything cellular networks, because they all use
Antenna.
well, like this.
Right?
So here's the weird thing, because like there's always that theory that light can act as both as particles and as waves. So essentially the
Right.
vibrations that they say.
Right.
So does that kind of follow that theory, or is it more or less like, hey, there's a new way we can transmit data using potentially a different protocol to what we're using now, and that would be like potentially making stuff faster and with a larger capacity.
Yeah, and from what I was reading about it, I think also the big thing is that like it would make a lot of the, for example, cell phones, at least the chips, a lot smaller. So it's faster and technically smaller. But I don't know if that's
Which we always
yeah.
want.
So basically, what you're saying, guys, is that to invest in AMD and in Nvidia, right? Okay. That's
Well-
that's what I need to do, right? And Qualcomm, of
Well-
course. Yes.
Well, I was gonna say like
Smaller and more
telecommunication
powerful.
I feel like is always like a more certain kind of industry because I mean, how many people are using cell phones, and stuff like
I'm
that?
doing it right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So it's like having your investment in a company that, focuses on telecommunications, or even just the, stuff like Wi-Fi gear or, maybe even like if we know anything of anyone of like Bluetooth chips or something like that. I think that's more of a like what your profit margin is gonna be because they kind of do the same every year.
But is this exclusively only? Would you think that it would be exclusively only for cell phones? Would it in any way also benefit if you placed it into like Bluetooth headphones or earbuds?
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
use similar
yes.
technology. It's like So the
Circuit
basic
boards.
answer is yes. Yeah,
Okay,
it
okay.
will affect these. Anything with wireless communications will probably
Yeah.
be affected by this.
The reason why I asked this is because maybe like 2 weeks ago, I was looking into DAX, right? So, these like between $15 to $100 DAX that you can actually like dongles that you can purchase on Amazon. You hook it up to your actual phone that doesn't have a jack anymore, right? A 3.5 millimeter jack, and it obviously if you connect it right, you're able to listen to lossless type of audio where you can take advantage of like maybe the Apple iPhone's better audio from its Play Store or the Apple iTunes Store or whatever it's called, or if you go to Spotify or Amazon or whatever other streaming service that you like that offers that that like high quality of audio, you're able to listen to it with a lot more clarity with the DAC, with that dongle. So my question would be, would this new type of phonic materials or the technology being used, would that kind of like supersede or be a replacement for it, or would it work with it? What are your guys' input on that?
This is my deck.
Oh my.
No.
Put that away, sir.
Pause. No. That's my little deck.
How much does
That's
that
the
cost
thing.
you?
Like
If you don't mind
hashtag
sharing.
not sponsored.
$500,000.
It's a FIO BTR5 on Amazon.
Okay. Yeah.
I think like
Okay.
30 40 bucks. I don't remember. Like it was like the 2020 version. And low key, I use that to go to sleep, man. I put those earbuds, those comfy wired earbuds, and leave my phone on the desk and just go to bed. And I don't watch my phone. I just listen to like music, like very calming music, or a podcast here or there, and just go to sleep. I really recommend
Okay.
it. Hashtag not sponsored. I do recommend it because
Yes.
it's also strong
He's
enough.
like, unfortunately.
Yet.
However, I just highly recommend DAX because like these are wired headphones, and I can't use them on my fancy smartphone unless I have a Bluetooth.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, all right, so I'm gonna send to you guys on the group chat right here on Riverside two decks that I've been looking at, and obviously one is not the same from the other, obviously.
It's not like the other.
Yes, and one is obviously a lot more substantial in many ways, and I do want to like, these are the ones that I'm looking into, and again, going back to the original question of do you think that this new technology will at some point either replace it or work in tandem with it to better, I guess, the the overall quality of audio that you're listening to, right? All right, so they're both from Amazon. One is a cheaper model. Another one is a little bit more pricey, but basically that's what I'm looking at. I think this is the same brand that Marcos was mentioning before, the FIO, right? I think.
Yeah, BTR5. How much is it? I forgot.
Right. This one is called the Jade Audio KA1 headphone amplifier, tiny USB DAC, high resolution, and then so on and so forth.
Yes.
So this is a $50 DAC as well. And then the other one is like $16. And this is 16, and the other one is like $16, the first one. And again, back to the question, do you think the new technology is going to help in any way, shape, or form to like better the situation, or like will it make the other one obsolete? What do you guys think?
Probably make the other one obsolete, if I had to say.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Marcos, just sell it before it starts diminishing.
For example, it's the niche product. There's Sony's, there's
and he's gone.
No.
I am? I'm still here.
Oh no, he's lagging.
Am I? Am I gone?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
He's lagging hard.
So like I'm gonna reiterate the question. So you mean like will we no longer use like a line in?
Yeah, will we not need to purchase DACs anymore because the technology has gotten that good that we don't need to use DACs anymore? We'll be good with our regular setups like wireless or Bluetooth headphones or earbuds.
I think for the average consumer, not playing
right.
the guy with the same name. I think even now, the analog, so like basically like plug-in headphones, I think now are obsolete. However, for a more professional standpoint, I think the plug-in option would always be better, no matter. Just because like number one, over-ear wireless technology, while we've improved it to the point where like it's hard to distinguish the two. However, when you get to a certain point of like sound engineering,
right,
you'll start to see the difference where you might lose a few signals.
They got impeccable hearing though. I think that's
it's like difference. Yeah, I can tell the difference. So I think for the average consumer, yes, I think even now you don't really want plug-in headphone. Like back in the day when we had the Apple earpods where you just plug them into your iPhone.
Yeah, now you can't even do that.
Yeah. But like I said, for the professional environment, I think line in is always better.
Okay.
And for comparing the two DACs that you have here, I think they're the same.
Essentially, they're the same. Just one costs
the same
more.
product. It's,
Oh, interesting. So
just because if you look at the description for both,
right,
they support the same.
Yeah,
they support the same thing. I think even the same encoding. What does it say? Because that one does say what's their encoder. But yeah, I think essentially they're the same thing.
So you'll probably won't even notice any difference if you buy one over the other.
Yeah.
That's great information. So for the listeners out there, we'll put these in the description and the show notes that way.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's the same thing. They use the same encoder and decoder.
There you go. So that way you guys can actually understand that you can save yourself, what is it, like $40 or $50
basically,
and get yourself the $16 ones, or if you can find something cheaper and it'll sound exactly the same.
Hi there. Thank you for tuning in to the LTS podcast. All the notes and more can be found in the description.
That's right, Marcos. A poll or maybe a link. Anything and everything. At least that's what I think. Yeah, so guys, at the end of the podcast, when you're finished listening, don't forget to participate in our polls that we usually have.
Please rate us 5 stars on your favorite podcast catcher. Every comment is really appreciated. Peace.